Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and I'm your host Abhishek Saxena. And it's an honor to be once again joined by Sri Pradeep Modi sir, a practicing chartered accountant with over 36 years of expertise in taxation, corporate law, succession, and financial advisory. In the final episode, we will be addressing a subject that's becoming increasingly relevant in today's globalized world, that is cross-border succession, wills, and property laws. Through this discussion, Sri Pradeep Modi sir will be simplifying the challenges, opportunities, and practical solutions for individuals and families managing estate across borders. So let's try to the questions. Sir, my first question is there an inheritance tax or estate duty in India?
Well, estate duty has already been abolished in India in 1985.
Okay.
And therefore, any succession of the properties or transmissions or transfer or inheritance is without any estate duty in India after 1985. Before 1985, yes, duty was there, and it was as high as 96%.
Okay.
Under the different categories, but 1985 it was abolished.
Okay. Sir, what is the US estate duty?
US estate duty, there are many countries where the estate duties are levied, and see, basically the idea of the estate duty is that they are giving the facilities and protections and all kind of the surety to the citizen of their countries.
Yes.
So they say that during the lifetime they will charge a person on income, and under the various the income tax laws of respective countries. Similarly, US also charging a tax under the IRS. But when person is now been deceased,
Yes.
estate duty will be levied on a global assets. Person, let us say that he is a green card holder,
Yeah.
or even he is a citizen of that USA.
Yeah.
Green card holder is also covered. Like suppose he has for example, a Indian who has surrendered his the citizenship and holding a US citizenship, or a green card holder holding even Indian passports and green card holder there.
Yes.
His global estate will be subject to the 40% of the estate duty.
Okay.
So it's a huge amount of the taxes he has to pay, whatever the wealth he has created
Yes.
during the lifetime. It is all assets, not only in USA it is located, but located across the globe anywhere.
Okay.
It is subject to the estate duty.
Okay. So next question is, are marital transfers exempt from US estate duty?
Yeah, marital transfer is exempted under the, because husband passes away, then the wife will inherit it as per the
Yes.
will or so. Then it will be exempted,
Okay.
provided the spouse is the US citizen or green card holder. Otherwise, the exemption limit, currently the exemption limit is $13.99 million
Okay. Okay.
for the US citizen. But non-US citizen, the limit is $1,75,000 US.
Okay.
In case of a marital.
Right.
In case of a non-resident, the limit is only $60,000.
Oh.
So, for example, somebody should think twice before making an investment, let us say, because life is totally uncertain. I'm giving a hypothetical example.
Yeah.
How dangerous is this? People are not paying attention to the estate duty.
Yeah.
Suppose, for example, you invested today some money in US.
Yeah.
Under the stock market,
Yes.
and you purchase Apple stocks, Microsoft stock, or a couple of other stocks having a high value. Let us say Nvidia you purchased.
Yeah.
Now, suppose you remitted $1 lakh today,
Yes.
the value become almost $5 lakh, for example, and suddenly person passes away under the heart attack.
Yeah.
Now, even then you are a non-resident.
Yeah.
Your estate is having a situs in USA.
Okay.
So therefore, the basic exemption limit under this particular estate duty tax is only a 60,000 is exempted. So you send a $1 lakh,
Yes.
it earned $4 lakh. Today it becomes a $5 lakh
Yeah.
is the value. 40% of this will be taken by them by reducing 60,000 as the exemption
Exactly.
limit. So 4 lakh 40,000 will be subject to estate duty of the 40%.
Okay.
So whatever you have earned,
Yes.
that 40% will retain by them. In other words,
Yes. Yes.
in other words, 40% will be retained by. So you take a risk, you do everything. You are so fortunate, you earn money.
Yes.
But otherwise, 40% will go to the US government, and balance you have to bring it here in India.
Okay. So next question is, how does FEMA affect an inheritance for foreign resident with Indian assets?
Well, foreign resident can continue to hold that assets. There is no problem. They are allowed to inherit the assets in India, even then they are the foreign nationals, subject to certain regulations under the FEMA. So the foreign nationals or foreign resident can hold the assets in India under the FEMA regulations.
Okay. Sir, do any US states have their own estate duty or inheritance tax?
It's a mind-boggling provision as far as the US is concerned.
Okay.
Because the estate duty is charged by the federal government at the rate of 40%.
Okay.
But there are a couple of states in which the further state also charges estate duty.
Okay.
So, for example, the New York or Illinois, these are the states where the first go the charges is taken under the estate duty by the federal government, by USA government.
Yes.
State government also charge, and further to these there are certain states that they charge inheritance tax.
Okay.
Inheritance tax means the person who is receiving these assets.
Yes.
So here you have paid 40%. For example, suppose some relative is staying there.
Yes.
Father passes away. He holds certain estates.
Yeah.
He gives a 40% tax in his absence. The central government, that is the federal government, take a 40%
Yes.
tax on this. Now that gentleman is living in a New Jersey, for example. His son is living in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So it is further 11% tax he has to pay on the same estate.
Okay.
So once the slice has gone to the federal government, the other slice is also going to be with the state government. So there are rules where the twice estate duty is also applicable. In some of the cases, estate duty plus inheritance tax.
Okay.
Both are applicable.
Okay.
So estate duty charge on the estate who left behind. And inheritance tax is charged on the person who is receiving it, that estate, the balance estate, on which he has to further sell out the percentage as prescribed in a state law.
Okay. So can a foreign citizen of India origin inherit Indian property?
Yes, there is no problem. He can, because the law is very clear that he can hold the assets even then, because ultimately it's a Indian origin person who can hold it. There is no problem.
So can an Indian resident inherit foreign assets?
Yes, provided the asset which has been get inherited is legitimately acquired by the person, and that can be held by the Indian resident without any difficulty. So it is permitted under the FEMA.
Okay. So what are the rules for an Indian resident inheriting foreign property from another Indian resident?
There will not be any restriction because, say for example, the father has acquired the properties and in a UK, in USA. Let us say you continue with the USA.
Yes.
And son is an Indian resident. The father has also been now migrated to India. He also become a resident here in India because he may be holding the citizenship of USA, but he becomes a resident. Once you are there in India for more than 182 days or more, you will become in the preceding year, you will become the resident in this country.
Okay.
And now suppose the father is leaving behind the assets, the Indian resident can acquire that under the inheritance without any difficulties.
Okay. How does FEMA apply to an Indian resident inheriting foreign securities?
Foreign security is also similar to the property can be acquired, provided that the foreign security has been acquired by legitimate way. For example, let us assume time being a person who was here in India was a resident. He acquired foreign securities under the LRS kind of things. He migrated to USA. He stayed for a number of years. He accumulated the further assets in that. Now he again become a resident of this country. So these securities can be transferred by Indian resident to another resident, Indian resident, without any much difficulty. He can hold that assets also outside. It will not be he has to sold out those assets. He is authorized to hold that, and if he doesn't, then he can transfer these assets to the Indian resident also. That is the foreign securities.
Okay, sir. So my last question for this episode will be, is a foreign trust a good solution to avoid forced heirship rules?
Yeah, definitely. Good question. The people are trying and also planning that kind of thing. They establish the foreign trust in different jurisdictions where the tax efficiencies can be arrived at. But only the US country where they have claimed even if you create a trust, then trust can be ignored. And it is called a pass-through entity. So they will see that the trust has been created for the purpose of the avoiding the tax. Therefore, they ignore the structure and they take a estate duty on that also. But otherwise, in an ordinary course, yes, it is a good vehicle to create it.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for providing all these informations in the whole series. That is all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching.